What up, YouTube Nation? It's your boy Coffee D, and today we will be reviewing a few different roasts from our friends at Bold Ground Coffee Roasters out of Lubbock, Texas. Big shout out to Bold Grounds. They sent me 5 different samples of some of their premium roasts, and they were all delicious. And today I am going to give you guys my top 3. I'm going to give you the coffee dummy profile breakdown and review. You know, they say there's Google, there's Yelp, and then there's Coffee Dummy. I mean, I'm not the one to say that's necessarily the pecking order, but hey, that's just what I've been told. So on today's episode, I'm gonna break down the flavor profile, say what we liked about it. We'll be breaking down the coffees that we like best. I'm gonna give you guys my top 3 so that you can be an educated consumer and not a coffee dummy when you are shopping around online to get yourself the nice local hand roasted, blood, sweat, and tears poured into a batch of coffee. All right, so let's get into it, y'all. Okay, so my top 3. I had a hard time deciding between 1 and 2. I'm gonna give you guys my 3rd choice, and this was the Peru Medium Dark Blend. Man, what can I say about this? Side note, all of these were made the same way in my Bonavita drip coffee maker, so that kind of leveled the playing field. We all had the exact same coffee to water ratio as far as 17 grams of water to 1 gram of coffee. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so the Peru Medium Dark. Listen, what the package will tell you is that it's cherry, caramel, cocoa, and red apple, all right? What the coffee dummy is gonna tell you is that it had a buttery body, buttery texture, not Land O'Lakes type butter, but the good stuff, like the Little House on the Prairie, foot in the churner, full head bonnet, you know, the whole cow's milk type butter. Just a nice, creamy, buttery feeling. The fruitiness of it, it definitely has a fruity taste. You know, it's like a plum met a tangerine and got busy. All right, that's the fruity notes that you'll feel when it hits your palate. You know, slightly acidic, okay? So it gave it kind of that little bit of a kick. It had that bite, it had that attitude, kind of like the baddest girl in the room, right? When she knows she's the baddest girl in the room, that's how that coffee presents itself. We enjoyed that cup of coffee. So that was our 3rd. Our top 2. I couldn't decide between which one was number 1, which one was number 2. So I just gotta say they tied for 1st. Both of them were great, okay? I just couldn't decide. So I'm gonna give you the flavor breakdown of both of them, but I got the Honduras Medium Dark and the Colombia Dark. So they're 2 different types of coffee, and that's the thing. I even made these side by side one day and still was trying to compare and see which one I like better, and I just couldn't come to a conclusion. So here we go. Let me just jump into what I like about each of them. I'm gonna start with the Honduras Medium Dark. So the Honduras Medium Dark, it's a lighter body than the Colombia Dark, okay? The package will tell you, you taste a bit of chocolate, orange zest, and apple butter. Coffee Dummy is gonna tell you that we tasted licorice. Okay, we tasted a little bit of chocolate. It was a smooth body. It was full, but not fat. It was thick, but not obese. You know what I mean? You know how you can kind of skirt that line, right? 1 or 2 more pounds, you're over that line. This was right on that line. Nice and full, but not too far, okay? And it had a suggestion, okay? It wasn't very overt, but it had a suggestion of spice, like a nutmeg or a cinnamon or an allspice. Maybe not allspice, I think that's different. But it definitely had, you know, kind of that fall type of spice suggestion in it that you got after you got a little bit of the fruit. You know, it makes you feel like you're on a vacation in Central America drinking good coffee. If you've never been to Central America, you gotta go. This cup of coffee takes you on vacation. The Honduras Medium Dark does that for you. It's a great blend, we really enjoy it. And moving on, our Colombia Dark. So the Colombia Dark now, it's bad coffee, all right? This coffee, your first sip, that first sip is always something. You never know what you're gonna get when you're tasting coffees. That first sip, as a matter of fact, that's what we're drinking now. This is the Colombia Dark. And that first sip, it's like the beat drops. It's like your favorite EDM song, you know what I mean? It's like the Tiesto, the Kygo, you're building, and then the beat just drops. It's like, boom, we in here, baby. That's how the Colombia Dark is. Okay, now she's a bad girl. This one's very full. Quiet, Zena. Dog over there making noise. Now this is that little black dress in the summertime. And by the way, I'm happily married. So I picture my wife in these. But it's that little black dress, perfectly filled out, okay? Perfectly contoured to the cup, perfectly contoured to the dress. That's how this coffee presents itself. It's a deep chocolate, just bold, decadent, bold body. If you like a nice bold cup of coffee, something to sit and savor, ponder. If you're a writer, you write a book with it. If you're a reader, you read a book. If you're a thinker, you just sit and look off into the distance and ponder the virtues of life. That's what the Colombia Dark is gonna give you. Nice, full, thick, slow drinker, delicious coffee. Bold Grounds coffee review. Those are my top 3. We had the Peru Medium Dark, the Honduras Medium Dark, and the Colombia Dark. Shout out to Bold Grounds Coffee. You guys can catch them online at boldgrounds.com. You can catch them on IG. Look up Bold Grounds. They're great people, great coffee. Big shout out to you guys for sending me these samples. Really appreciate that. And as always, everybody, don't drink Starbucks. We got Bold Grounds. We out.